Okay, just the Deuteronomy. Whatever you feel. It's just the Deuteronomy. The brace sheet, I think I have it pretty good.
We need these, the ones that don't say Shabbat on the side. And we're going to start now at 7 o'clock.
Yay. Shalom. Shalom, Chaverim.
Yes? Anything?
Testing.
You know we're among friends. If you can hear me, if not, fake it.
She was in the office a little while ago.
Just a few moments, we're going to finish the book of Devarim, we're going to finish the book of Deuteronomy, and not even take a breath and start again from the beginning. This is the never-ending cycle that our ancestors, that our people have been doing for way more years than we can ever count. And it's such a privilege to be able to celebrate that with this kind of joy and dancing. So without any further ado, let's get this celebration underway, and let's read together. Hopefully you guys have this one. It's the one that does not say Shabbat on the spine. And turn to page 389, and let's read together. Is this not working? Is that why you put this here?
Yeah, for some reason they're not hearing your
Okay, yeah, it's broken.
Oh, shucks.
It's not one thing, it's
You're-
another. Anyway,
Which
so
page number is it? Oh, they have the big one, so it is 389? Great.
test. So this isn't working. No. Okay. No,
Do you want mine?
Nothing. No, I don't think that's hygienic.
Okay.
But, all right, whatever. Okay, let's read together. At the bottom of the page, may our eyes sparkle with the light of Torah, and our ears hear the music of its words. May the space between each letter of the scrolls bring warmth and comfort to our soul. May the syllables draw holiness from our heart. And may this holiness be gentle and soothing to us and to all God's creatures. We can turn to page 494 and rise for Torah. You know, before we start, I want to hand out a few honors, if that's okay. So, Seth, you up for an aliyah? Good, that's a yes. Okay. Don, you want to take out the Torah and walk with it? That's great. And Rami, you want to open the ark with the girls? Okay, then up you go. And we're on page 494. Pull the blue string.
Can you
Find the
reach
blue
the
one and
string?
pull it.
See the blue one? Pull the blue one, gently. One hand at a time. Put the other hand on too. Pull down. That's it, you're doing it. Ein kamocha Beth-El. ואין כמעשיך, מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור.
Done.
Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch, leolam vaed, Adonai oz le'moitein, Adonai yivarech et ahav shalom. Av harachamim, heitiv betzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Isa Adon Olamim. Adonai, Adonai, Erachum v'chanun, Erech Alpayim. Page 496. Noser chesed la'alafim, Nosei avon b'fesha, v'chata v'nakeh. Adonai, Adonai, Erachum v'chanun, Erech apayim, v'rav chesed v'emet, Notzer chesed la'alafim, Nosei avon b'fesha, v'chata v'nakeh. The one without the string. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Lecha Adonai hagedula, hagevura, Tiferet, Hanesach, Hahod.
Jehovah Shemai
Varetz, Jehovah Shamayim uvaretz, Lecha Adonai Amadacha, Lamid Naseh Lechosh.
Lecha Adonai Hagedula, Hagevura, Tiferet, Hanesach, Hahod. Jehovah Shamayim uvaretz, Jehovah Shamayim uvaretz, Lecha Adonai Amalacha, Yamid Naseh Lechosh.
You want them up here? You want them up here?
Romemu
Adonai Eloheinu v'shtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'shtachavu lehar kodsho.
Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'shtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'shtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'shtachavu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'shtachavu lehar kodsho. Want the other cover?
So traditionally, especially in the year that's not COVID, congregation would think of two people who have done perhaps the most in that year to sustain the spirit and the well-being of a congregation, and nominate one person as being what's known as the Chatan Breshit, or the Kala Torah, or the other way around. Chatan is the groom and the Kala is the bride, and one is of Breshit and the other one is of the end of the Torah. And they would have the honor of either chanting the Torah or having the Aliyah for the Torah. And maybe we will be able to do that this time next year, who knows, or next year. But for now, that's why I asked you, Seth, because quietly but powerfully, you have transformed us from being whatever's going on in these four walls to bringing what's going on in these four walls out there. And you figured out how to do it, and quietly but steadily, you're here. And that's huge. That's huge. So it's our honor to honor you, this Simchat Torah. For those of you who don't know, Seth makes our live stream possible. He's here, he knows how to work the equipment, but he does more than that. He's also there to support other people who are learning and keeps that all together. So I want to thank you. We all thank you. And so with that, I'd like to call you up as we start this Torah reading. In years past, were you here 2 years ago, Rami, when we unrolled the entire scroll? Yeah. So when we need at least 20, 30 people to do this. We actually do literally unroll the entire scroll in the back and have the children go in the middle, and we take a look at the way that the scroll looks all laid out. And you can see the beginning of each book and the poetry, how it's laid out artistically, creatively in different columns. It's just not safe for the scrolls. It's not safe for us this year. So please God, next year. But yeah, we're going to skip that part. But Seth, if you would come up. Ya'amod Chatan Breshit V'Torah. You got to whisper your Hebrew name in my ear. I say it all the time. Beryl ben Sima v'Shmuel Lev Chatan Torah blessing. Yeah, I was going to give you my siddur, but I think the big part is more fun. So, hang on. I'm going to show you the very beginning. Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Ha'olam Asher Bahar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Okay. Stay here. All right. Amen. Lo kam navi od reshit kemoshe asher yado Adonai panim el panim v'chol ha'otot ve'hamotim asher shalacho Adonai lasot ba'aretz mitzrayim lifaro ulechol amadav ulechol arzo ulechol hayad hazaka ulechol amora hagadol asher asa Moshe le'nei kol Yisrael. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'haaretz hayta tohu vavohu v'choshech al pnei hatahum beruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim vayomer Elohim yehi or ve'yehi or vayar Elohim et haor ki tov vayavdil Elohim ben haor uben hachoshech v'chara Elohim la'or yom u'lachoshech chara layla v'hi erev v'hi boker yom echad. Never again did there arise in Israel a prophet like Moses, whom God Adonai singled out face to face. for various signs and portents that Adonai I sent to him to display in the land of Egypt against Pharaoh and all his courtiers and his whole country, and for all the great might and awesome power that Moses displayed before all Israel. When God began to create the heaven and earth, the earth being unformed and void, with darkness over the surface of the deep, and the wind from God sweeping over the water. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, a first day.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu et Torah emet, v'chayei haolam, natan v'tikenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. Okay, anybody up for Hagbah? Maybe in a few years. It's really heavy. At your bat mitzvah, you are on. Okay, so let's rise, and anybody that helped to undress the Torah, come back up and help us dress it again. Ben, can you give us a little a little Hagbah music, please? Bezot HaTorah. Leora. She wants you to put it. Okay, you want to? She's going to put it on. Perfect. Is a yofi, as they say.
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael chai. Or Avinu chai, Or Avinu chai. Or Avinu, Or Avinu, Or Avinu chai.
So that warrants a shehechianu. Say, Baruch atah Adonai, blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign over all time and space, who has given us life, who sustains us, and who has brought us to this moment in time.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
be able to start the Torah anew. Anybody ever watch a series that they loved? You know, like it was a number of seasons, I don't know, maybe it was The Sopranos, or maybe it was West Wing. What was a series that you really loved, Leora? What's one of your favorite TV shows? Say it, Frozen. So, it's all good, it's all good. But, so taking a break from it and loving it so much and then just starting it from the beginning, right? But imagine a series that's good, that you keep reading it from the beginning to the end for thousands and thousands of years. What we just did, this little ritual of starting over again, it's the reason our Rosh Hashanah challahs are round. It's the reason, right, that for the 4 seasons that they keep going back around. But for those of us who take the High Holy Days seriously, it's been about 60 days since we started preparing ourselves spiritually, right? The month before Rosh Hashanah, when we're checking our checkbooks and our diaries, wondering who we need to apologize to and how we're going to come clean, right? To remember back at Slichot, for those of you who were here at Slichot, to Erev Rosh Hashanah and that first day, and then Tashlich, right? And then second day Rosh Hashanah, and then the 10 days, Shabbat Shuvah in between. Yom Kippur, that intense day, we're all together finally again. We're able to really pray our hearts out. To the days of Sukkot, of joy, of what a beautiful Sukkot we had this year, the weather that we had. We only had one rainy day, right? To Hoshana Rabbah, to those of us who were whacking our willows today, trying to get the last vestige of those things we were trying to sort out and work out of our systems, like those leaves on the willow branch. So tonight is the day that we really get to celebrate the journey of the soul that we have been on for the last 60 days. And whether or not you were here for any or all of those services, you traveled them. So enjoy and be part of the celebration tonight. Okay, so it's traditional that we have 7 hakafot, which means that we're going to dance around 7 different times. And I'm wondering, this may actually work. Because we have people, I wanted to do it by age, so we have under 20, right, with Leora and Daphne, and we've got our 20s. Do we have anybody in our 30s? Yeah, anybody in our 40s? That's where I thought, but Anna might be helpful. All right, we got to see if it's 50s? 50s, yes. 60s? Anybody that's 70 plus? All right, we're going to just have to split the 60s. We have to, we don't have 30s? No, we have 30s. We don't have 40s. 40s. We're going to see if Anna's in her 40s. Who's Ben? You're in your 40s? I don't know. You might have to dance with the Torah for that.
Do we have anybody on live streaming that we should bring in? Just kidding.
Okay, so this is how it's going to work. So, for the first aliyah, for all of the aliyot, somebody's going to count for us, and they are going to march through all of us who are going to be preparing the dance floor, which is in the back, okay, for dancing. So usually we can open
Shlosha Devarim. Al
Shlosha
Shlosha
Devarim.
Devarim.
Al Shlosha Devarim. Haolam Haolam Omed. Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Haolam Haolam Omed. Al Torah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al Torah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Yes, come
Anahonai Hoshiana Anadonai Hallelujah. Go with mom. Ananai Chiana Inu Yom Horeinu Nai Nai Anainu Aneinu Yom Horeinu Aneinu Aneinu Yom Horeinu Aneinu. And what's to hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Kol hanshama tehallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol hanshama tehallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Josh, we'll go back up. That was the second one. We're going to give it to the next people. You want me to get out another scroll? Is that what I'm doing?
I know.
Got it? Okay, great. Adonai, Hoshiana, Ana Adonai.
lo yemdu od milchama,
lo yisagoy,
yisagoy el geref, lo yemdu od milchama, lo yisagoy el goy geref, lo yemdu od milchama, lo yisagoy el goy geref, lo yemdu od milchama, lo yisagoy el goy geref, lo yemdu od milchama.
Adonai, Hoshea. Adonai, Hoshiana, Ana Adonai, Hana. Thank you. Om Horeinu, lai lai lai, Anenu, Anenu, Hoi Horeinu, Anenu, Anenu, Om Horeinu. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai. Not anymore. I think I'm 25. There you go. As long as I'm not 16, that was a little tough. Adonai, Hoshiana, Ana Adonai, Haslichana, Ana Shiana Kanenu, Yom Koreinu, Idai, Anana, Anana, Koreinu, Ananu, Ananu, Yom Koreinu.
Or Zaruach Latzadik Ulishvelev Simcha. Or Zaruach Latzadik Ulishvelev Simcha. Or Zaruach Latzadik Ulishvelev Simcha. Ulishvelev Simcha. Or Zaruach Latzadik Ulishvelev Simcha. Uyishvelev Simcha.
Oh gosh, I don't want this big heavy one. This one's really heavy. I'm going to give you one. You ready? Okay. Okay.
ישמחו השמיים,
השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים,
השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ירן הים, ירן הים, ירן הים ומלואו, ירן הים, ירן הים, ירן הים ומלואו.
This is number 7 though, right? Josh? Got it? Great.
Adonai,
Hoshiana, Adonai, as we come. Aleinu, lai, lai, lai,
Aleinu, Aleinu,
Horeinu,
Aleinu, Aleinu,
Yom Horeinu, Amen.
Elechamdalai bi,
Kusana ve'alna titale, Elechamda, Chamda libi. Yeah, I know.
Elechamda,
And then it's Havana Gila.
Elechamdalai bi, Kusana
Elechamda, Chamda libi. Kusana ve'alna titale. Havana Gila, Havana Gila. Oops. Havana Gila, Havana Gila, Havana Gila, Venisnacha.
Havana Gila, Havana Gila, Havana Gila, Venisnacha. Havana Ranana, Havana Ranana, Havana Ranana, Venisnacha. Havana Ranana, Havana Ranana, Havana Ranana, Venisnacha. Uru, Uru, Achim, Urachim lesameach, Urachim lesameach, Urachim lesameach, Urachim lesameach, Urachim, Urachim lesachim, lesameach.
It's time he.
Hey, Price, could you open the curtain? Almost for me.
Want everything to go on?
It's Chaim Machzikim Batomchecha Meusha. It's Chaim
It's the smallest one.
Machzikim
How
Batomchecha
tangled can we be?
Meusha. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Oy vey.
Shalom, shalom. It's a tree of life too.
למחזיקים בה, תום כהמאושר, עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה, תום כהמאושר. I'm going to see if I can untangle this.
Shalom, 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 shalom.
Oh, you got it good there. You are all set. Toda rabah, thank you. If you want
It's a
to,
tree
sure.
of life to them who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It's a tree of life to them who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom,
מחזיקים בה ותום
shalom,
מאושר, עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה, תום
shalom,
מאושר.
shalom.
Thank you.
I invite us to turn to page 586 and rise for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Let us adore the ever-living God who renders praise unto you. Let us raise praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are God and there is none else. On page 591, Ne'emar.
נאמר
היה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Mourner's Kaddish is on page 598. If it is your custom to rise or you're saying Kaddish for someone for whom you're in mourning or a yard site that you're observing, I invite you to remain standing. Otherwise, you're invited to be seated. On page 509. Don, you saying Kaddish for somebody? Nope, that's fine. I just want to make sure to honor that person if you were. Page 598. Yitgadam v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
אמן.
Ve'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute. V'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv ve'imru.
אמן. יהי שמי רבא מברך לעולם עולמי עלמיה.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei dekudisha
Barichu.
Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Ose shalom bimromav, huya ase shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen.
May their memories always be for blessing. So, the very last day of Sukkot, there's always a Yizkor service. Yizkor actually happens 4 times a year, on Yom Kippur, as well as on the end of the 3 Chagim. And so rather than being in sanctuary, we're going to have our Yizkor service tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on Zoom. Being that it's a Tuesday morning, we thought that would be most accessible for everybody. So if you are so inclined to honor those who you love and have lost, that's tomorrow morning on Zoom. The link's on the website. And this Shabbat, First Friday family services at 6:30, but bring a picnic at 6 if you're so inclined. If we are rained out, we will not have the picnic and we will be inside. Service is still at 6:30. And this Shabbat morning, October the 2nd, is Ava Pin's bat mitzvah. She will be reading from the very beginning of Genesis, of Bereshit, and she's a phenomenal young woman, so come celebrate with her. And then religious school. Not yet, huh? Next year? Next year. Okay. Religious school for those of us who are enrolled or are thinking of enrolling. Our official first day of school is this Sunday at 9:30. If you're not yet enrolled, shoot Maura Marion a note. I'm sure she'll find a place for you. Okay. So this is really a sacred convocation. And any volunteers to bring the schnapps this time next year? You think I'm kidding? All right, I'll hit you up for it, don't worry. Let's close on page 626. Torah Tziva Lanu Moshe.
Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, Torah, Tenu, Torah, Tziva lanu Moshe. Morasha kehilat Yaakov, Morasha kehilat Yaakov, Morasha kehilat Yaakov. Torah, Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe.
Chag Sameach, everyone. And know that each one of us here needed to be here for this, right? And if Anna didn't have a bad neck, we'd have, well, almost everybody. So, and I love that we span every decade. So enjoy, and Chag Sameach. next week.
Good night, Josh. Good to see you. Well, the batteries will be red.
No, we're buying that, right?
Brian,
South Beach, be okay for that, to buy that?
Happy holiday.
If you're going back, if you want to check that out, I mean, it's no good not working. So yeah, they turn it off. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Oh, there you go. That's us. It's the mic? So not the, it's not the battery pack, it's the actual mic. Thank you. Yeah, yes I do, actually. I'd rather not have a whole big thing.